Welcome back to my channel. I'm Liz of Chicago Law Luxury Makeup. Today we're talking about La Prairie. So if you follow me on Instagram, you know that I recently picked up a couple of products, makeup products I should specify, from La Prairie. So I thought I would go ahead, use those today, talk about them, tell you if I like them, how I kind of feel about them, and really, are they worth the money? Because really, I mean, that's what it boils down to, right? You're watching to see if it's something that you should get. Is it something that you should invest in? Because these products are not cheap. So we're gonna kind of dive in and talk about those products. So the products that I have for you today are the Skin Caviar Foundation, the Skin Caviar Perfect Concealer, and the Skin Caviar Loose Powder. So we're going to apply all of these to the face and then talk about my final thoughts. So first I'm going to prime my skin. For primer, I'm going to use the Sicily Double Tensure. I've been using this more frequently, and I've found that the more I use it, the more I love it. So I don't know. Maybe that's a whole separate video. I don't know, but I can tell you that I reach for it a lot. I guess I should probably pull my hair back because this isn't gonna work. And I hope that this video is able to upload. I filmed a few videos over the weekend and I tried, one of them was my Sunday morning get ready with me. I was so excited. It was a great video. It was like a chatty get ready with me. And I can't transfer it from the camera that I film on to the computer. So I think maybe there's, the video was corrupt or, something, I don't know. We're gonna see. Okay, so we are gonna start with the Skin Caviar foundation. I have shade NW30 Honey Beige. This is a great shade match for me. It is not at all the shade that I would have chosen if I had done this online. So I picked out a shade online, and then when I purchased it, I actually ended up going into Nordstrom to get it, and I got shade matched there. And I have to tell you, the sales associates at Nordstrom went above and beyond to shade match me and get me the correct shade that I needed. So, I mean, I cannot say enough good things about them. The foundation is pretty liquidy, so I shake it up really good. It has this like spatula, which is a lot different than any other foundation that I've ever had. So I just kind of like tap some on my face. You don't need a lot. I'm gonna go in with my BK Beauty 101 and blend this out. There is a strong fragrance. It is very fragrant. It does dissipate fairly quickly, but I just, you have to know that there is a strong fragrance. So I just kind of blend it in. It blends in really, really, really well. There's no streaking. Like some foundations, I put it on my skin and I go like that and the foundation moves. There's none of that. So in that regards, this is a wonderful foundation. It doesn't attach to any of my dry spots. It gives me the coverage that I want. It is buildable, so I'm gonna go back in and add just a little bit more. I don't think, it's not drying. It doesn't sit down on my skin. Like, it's not extra glowy. It doesn't look matte. It's just like it's just a very natural finish. All right, so there is the finished look with just the foundation on. I really, really like it. I think it looks really, really good. I cannot say enough about it. It also is pretty long wearing. I've been reaching for it a lot more lately, and I found that I am able to get a full 12-hour day out of it, plus some. So in that regard, I like it. It also comes with a concealer on the top. So I'm going to put this concealer on one eye And then we're going to use my new concealer on the other eye so you can kind of see the difference. They are very, very different. So first I'm going to take the concealer that's in the top of the jar. And I'm just going to really like warm it up before I place it on my skin. It is a much thicker concealer than this one. It is, I think you get more coverage out of it. And I have found that warming it up with my finger helps a lot. For a while, I wasn't using it at all because it was just too thick and too drying. But recently, as I've been kind of just playing with it more, I found warming it up on your finger really helps. All right, so there is the eye with concealer, no concealer. I can definitely see a difference. So, like I said, when I first got this, I was not super impressed with the concealer, only because it is so thick, but I have since learned to actually like it. So here is the newest concealer that I have. This is the Skin Caviar Perfect Concealer. And you just twist and the liquid comes up. And this one, I mean, you can see it's a lot, I mean, it is a liquid compared to this one. So this is a cream and this is a liquid. Is pretty much how I would describe it. And I got way too much. Like, it doesn't, I got so much that I didn't need. So to be consistent, I'm just tapping it in with my finger since I tapped it in on the other side. So here are the eyes. This is the cream concealer that is on top of the foundation. This is more of a liquid concealer that comes in the tube. So I don't know if you can see much of a difference. When I look into the mirror, I don't really see much of a difference, but I don't know if you're going to be able to see a bigger difference on camera than what I can see. I like them. I don't really know which one's my favorite at this point because I have, like I said, started to really like this one once I figured out how to use it in a way that suits me. So, I mean, both are good. Both are good. I will leave it at that. I forgot to mention, the foundation has this extremely strong, fragrant scent. Neither of the concealers have that scent. So, just a heads up. And I thought about that because when I go back to talk about the powder has a very, very strong fragrance as well. It smells just like the foundation, which I think is weird that you can leave out the fragrance and the smell in the concealers, but it's in the foundation and the powder. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, it is very, very fragrant. Now we're going to talk about the powder. So here is the powder. You get a ton. You get 40 grams. 40 grams. That's a lot of powder. Chanel is 30. The Sicily is 12. And the La Mer is 8. The By Terry that I have is 10 grams. And my last loose powder that I have is Givenchy, and it's 12 grams as well. So this is 40 grams of powder. And you get a sample, or like a travel size. So this is an additional 10 grams. So you're getting 50 grams of powder. So I think you have to consider that when you're talking about the price, is you are getting twice, 3 times the amount of product that you are in some of these other high-end luxury powders. So you do have to consider that when you are purchasing this. It does come with a puff, and this has to be one of the softest puffs I have ever felt. I really want to use it, but it's so pristine white, except for this little part there, that I don't want to use it because it's so pretty, but I do want to use it because it is so soft. So When you open it up, that's what it looks like. And it has this little, like, I don't know what you call it. I'm like at a loss for words right now, sorry. But it has this little lever that you can use to open and shut the holes, which is amazing. Amazing. It makes it clean, right? You can put a little bit in the lid, use it, and then keep it from exploding, which is very much something that the Sicily needs, because the Sicily one has pretty much the same size of holes, but the Sicily one is just a big hot mess. So I do really like that it has the open shut seal thing. So I am just going to go in and apply this with my La Mer powder brush, and I'm going to apply it on one side of the face so you can see the difference that it makes. And like I mentioned, there is an extremely strong fragrance. All right, so that is how the face looks right now, where I have my right side powdered, my left side is unpowdered. I think it looks really nice once it kind of sits down. I think it works really well with the foundation. I think that they play well together. I have been using this powder almost every day since I got it. And I really like it. So I do think it plays well with other foundations, not just the La Prairie. All right, I'm gonna go finish the rest of my face and then I'll be back. We can kind of talk about prices and if I think it's worth it or not. So I will be right back. All right, so we are back. I have a full face of makeup on and we're gonna kind of talk about these products and break it down. First, we're gonna talk about the foundation. So this foundation retails for $255. Do I think it's worth $255? I don't. I can't sit here and tell you with a straight face that you should go out and buy a $255 foundation. Do I love it? Yes. Am I happy that I have it in my collection? Yes. I absolutely love it. I have no regrets buying it whatsoever. If it is in your budget and if you can afford it, then this is a beautiful foundation and I absolutely recommend it. But if it's not in your budget, can you get a beautiful coverage on your face from another foundation? You can. And so that's kind of what, in my opinion, what it boils down to is it's personal preference. You know, there are some products out there on the market that I will tell you, yes, run to the store, get it, hands down, can't live without it. It is worth its price, get it. This is not that product. I love it. I will probably repurchase it when I finish this bottle. But if it's not in your budget, then you shouldn't go and get it. I hope that makes sense because it is a beautiful foundation. You know, I've said that. I really like it. You can see on my face that it just lays down beautifully. Like I really, really, really like it. It wears well throughout the day. I have nothing bad to say about it at all. It also is infused with the La Prairie skincare. So there is skincare benefits to it. Does that make it worth the $255? No. But again, I love this foundation. I'm happy to have it and I would repurchase. I probably will repurchase. Is it a foundation that I would purchase in my summer shade and my winter shade? No. So this is currently my winter shade. I did pick it up in the winter. We're now approaching summer. Will I get a deeper shade? No. But when I do use this, I would repurchase. So that said, that is how I feel about the foundation. Let's talk about the powder. because the powder, I did do some breakdowns. And again, this is the loose powder, and if you combine the two, you're getting 50 grams. And again, the powder is infused with the La Prairie skincare, which is like Caviar, Skin Caviar is what the La Prairie calls it. The La Prairie brand calls it. And, you know, it's their patented skincare, similar to like the La Mer Miracle Broth. So there is skincare benefits even in the powder. I really, really enjoy the powder. I wouldn't go as far as to say it beats out my holy grail, which is the Sicily powder, but I've been using this almost every single day since I got it, and I love it. Absolutely love it. It is pricey. It is $230. I'll leave the exact amount down below, but I think it's like $230, $235. But you have to take into account how much product you are getting. When you price out the La Prairie powder per gram, it is $4.60 per gram. That is extremely reasonable. So for that purpose alone, I say it is worth it, and I do recommend picking it up. I really do. So I compared it to the La Mer powder. A lot of people have the La Mer powder. It is $95. It's an expensive powder, but it's not $230. So I feel like more people have the La Mer powder. However, when you break down the La Mer powder per gram, it is $11.86 a gram. That is more than double the cost of the La Prairie. And if I had to choose between the two, the La Prairie is better. So in that aspect, again, I still recommend the La Prairie. I then compared it up against my coveted Holy Grail Sicily. The Sicily powder is $100. And when you divide it per gram, it's $8.33 a gram. So double the La Prairie. And the Sicily is my holy grail. As soon as I put it on my face, it blurs all my imperfections, and I absolutely love it. And that is a powder that I will tell you to run out to the store and buy immediately. I love it. But again, the La Prairie is a better value when you break it down per gram. And then the last one that I looked at broken down is the Chanel. Chanel is and has been one of my favorite loose powders for years and years. I've repurchased that one several times. And that one actually is the cheapest per gram. That one is $1.73 per gram. So that is a really, really good value, especially for a high-end luxury powder. So when we're talking about the powder, I definitely recommend it. I really, really like it, and I'm very happy that I have it, and I would highly recommend picking it up. The last thing that we talk is the concealer. The concealer is $185. Is it worth $185? I don't think that it is. So I've had my makeup on probably about 2 hours by now because I had to do some other stuff and run some other errands. So my right eye has the concealer from the foundation, and my left eye has the concealer in the tube. With the makeup on, can you really tell a difference? I do think that my left eye with this concealer does look better, but is it worth the price? I really don't think that it is. I think there are other concealers out there that are better. For example, my Sicily concealer is a Holy Grail concealer, and it doesn't cost $185. I think I don't know how much it is now. It was like $110, so inflation, maybe $115 by now. But I mean, this one I think has skincare benefits in it. Again, the La Prairie is going to have the Skin Caviar skincare benefits infused in it, but the Sicily also has skincare benefits in it, and I think it has better coverage, and I think it works better. So I can't say that the concealer is worth it. but I really do think that the powder is. And I am over the moon excited that I finally bit the bullet, tried it, because I absolutely love it. And like I said, when you break it down price per gram, it's not really that expensive. It really, really isn't. So I'm really, really happy. I'm really, really loving it. All right, so that is it for today's video. I'd love to hear from you guys if you have tried any of the La Prairie products, what you've tried, if there's any that you love. Maybe I should pick them up. I do have the La Prairie cushion foundation. I know I've mentioned this before, and I still haven't opened it because I have so many open foundations, and cushions tend to dry up a little bit faster than regular foundations, but maybe I need to open it up and give it a try. So I do have that. There is a pressed powder that I'm curious in, but I haven't picked it up. So I would love to hear from you guys if you've tried any of them and what your thoughts are. So I hope you guys found today's video helpful. If you have not already subscribed to my channel, I encourage you to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my videos. I hope everyone has a great day, and I will see you guys in my next video.